Okay, in this last video, we will look at all the features which are added in the positions tab. Primarily, features are divided into two categories. One feature which will help you in filtering and will add some extra information to this table. And the second set of features is what you will use when you're placing a trade. So let's cover the filtering features first. Same as in holdings, click on the number to enable or disable the features. The moment you enable it, you will see a category drop down here. By default, you can see positions by script, say Bank Nifty. I will only see Bank Nifty, Nifty, or by expiry. Or you can create your own categories. For example, I want to add these two positions and say, I just say, new strategy. So once I do that, now I have my new strategy here, and you can see, new strategy. So what you see on top is a global category, and then what you see on bottom is subcategory, or you can say sub-filtering. So within these positions, I can filter, look at only MIS intraday, only put, only calls, only futures, or only options. Uh, so that is one. So you can say, for example, look at all Bank Nifty. Then within Bank Nifty, I can look at all calls, you know, like that. Second, what you see here is toggle selected position. So this is just a small help. For example, I have selected these two positions, toggle. That's all. Simple feature sometimes, needed to toggle and toggle selection. If you have a lot of positions. Right now, I do not have so many positions, so it may not seem useful. If I select Nifty and I say save margin, so this basically says right now I will free this much margin if I go and buy some hedges. Uh, Now this is just to give you a very broad idea. You can see how far you want to go from sell. In this case, it says 500 points for Nifty, 700 for Bank Nifty. Basically, when I say hedge, it's going 500 below 23 and 500 above 26, 500, and just trying to buy and tell if you buy these options, you'll free up so much margin. Uh, yeah, and then sometimes if you want to just say, for example, hide, I am, specific position, you can just select and say hide, and that position will go away from the list. Another feature is tags. Now, like in holdings, we had categories. Here, with this plus icon, we can create tags, for example, one. You know, so these are just there for your information. So you can say, whatever, I use 3 MA to buy this. Think of these as tags or notes to you. They are saved here and they are not used for filtering. So another small feature when you say I click on Bank Nifty, it tells you whether you can buy hedge or not because Zerodha has a limitation that you can only buy as many quantities as you have sell. So in this case, I can't buy more. If I try to buy, it will give an error. In Nifty, it's actually saying I can buy these many positions, these many lots, quantity, sorry. So that is for filtering. Now, another thing what you would notice here is, this is my PNL and this is the margin utilized for my position. So if I say Bank Nifty, this is my Bank Nifty PNL and the margin utilized. And I said earlier, you can have this auto refresh. This PNL will also show in the title of the tab or browser. So you can go to, if you do auto refresh and you go to another tab, it will keep on updating the PNL. You can watch the PNL from there. Another feature I want to point out is for example, here, if you go to total and you click on total, you'll see realized P&L. So as of today, this is my realized P&L. You know, you can click on P&L, then it will show you your current unrealized P&L based on the quantities that you have. So sometimes during intraday, if you have bought and sold some additional quantities or you have sold some quantities, Kite will continue to show the P&L as it was based on the quantities which you had earlier. If you want to see only your current unrealized P&L, then you can click on the P&L button and it will show you that figure. If you click on quantity, then you can see this quantity in lots. When you select a specific position, you see some information here as well. It will, what ROI you have. There's some small additional information. You can check it out. Okay, so now we will look at features which will help you while placing orders. So say I want to add one more lot of 23,000 PE. If I go and see 23,000 PE, so this is a good example. There's only say 20 paisa difference. Now, if I do a market sell, I'm going to get it at 48.75. But what I want to do is I want to place an order at 48.90, So we have a feature called smart limit. You have to enable it from settings, The moment I sell at smart limit, betterKite will try and find which is the best offer and going to put an order 5 paisa less than the best offer. So if I say smart limit and say sell, you see here 48.95 are the best offer. I place an order at 48.90. So this is really useful when you're placing large orders. Amongst all the features which I have developed, I would think this is one of the most useful feature for me. The second most useful feature is override quantity freeze. So in case I want to place larger order, I can place iceberg and then I can use smart limit there. Or what I can also do is I can say override quantity freeze. So what that does, now let's just say it will break the order into two. You may not want to do if it's too large. I think iceberg is better than, but this is just an option for you to break your bigger orders. So in case I want to sell these quantities, I can just go here, put a limit and say override. It will create those many orders. This is useful if I want to just close everything at market price. If I'm punching such a big order using limit order, it's better to do iceberg or do one by one. Otherwise, it does move price for a short period of time. So there's one more feature is useful for intraday traders. I don't do intraday trading, but one of my friend requested try implement it. So what you see here, for example, I want to buy one lot. Let me just say I'll buy for $22. And there is an option to create stop order, SL order. What this does, so there are some configuration for all of these you'll find in settings. I'm just broadly showing what this feature will do. Once I place an order, it places my order, my main buy, and it has also placed my stop loss order. Now the special thing about this order is there's two additional buttons here, trail and save profit. So if I think my friend was using it for scalping, now he would place this buy order, then he would look at the market, and based on the market, you can just click on this button and trail. So see if price changes. So if you trail, price will change. If you save profit, once you achieved a specific profit, and you can then continue to change the price. I think I have covered most of it. Uh, uh, just one thing, when we are calculating margin, so there are two ways to calculate margin. One is using the basket order. We create a basket, order basket, and find out what's the margin is needed, or we use Zerodha's margin calculator. So there are always minor difference between the two. You can choose either one of these. You can again change that in setting. Right now, this is using basket order B. If you change you can change from basket to no, I can't remember what it's called. A basket or a calculator. So you can choose one of the methods.